heard somebody say that choosing the right partner is certainly the first way to go. I think that there are many questions you should ask someone when you're dating them. I think that asking a man what his relationship is with his mother is probably the most important question a woman can ask, because if a man treats his mother well, you know that he'll treat you well, and he understands women. For women, I would say, for women, I would say for a man, I would say ask a woman what her relationship was with her father. Same thing. The way we relate to each other is generally pretty close to what it was in our family of origin. Well, I think when our children are small, we're the main characters in their lives. And oftentimes the relationship between us spouses can suffer a little bit because you're so focused on your children. And then when the children get older and they leave the house, you become the supporting cast in your children's lives, and now you have to become the main characters in each other's lives again, because you're the visiting cast for your children. And I think that the thing that will keep a relationship strong and together is when you have great communication with each other and mutual respect, and your friend, the friendship between a couple is what really takes you into those later years. And I don't think oftentimes women, we're emotional creatures. Men are really, unfortunately most men, and I don't want to generalize, but I think most men are not emotional creatures. For those of you out there that are, good for you. But most men don't really like to talk about things that are about the heart. And I think as women, we have to really understand that we are different. That whole book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, it's so true. And men don't like to be criticized. They're really bad if you criticize them. And women just want to be adored and appreciated and respected. And men want to be respected. So I think that ultimately the relationship grows and stays strong when we do understand that not only can we not get everything we need from one person, but that we do have to cut each other a little bit of slack and maybe not take each other so seriously. I think that as we get older, it's great when we spend time doing things together. I think, of course, it's very important in a relationship. But I do think that it's great if, especially women, well, men too, we need to have things that we enjoy that fulfill us personally, because it's a long life together and you want to be doing things independently that are fulfilling for each of you, and finding things that you enjoy doing together. But I think spouses need to help nurture each other to, if I like to go hiking and my husband doesn't, or if I want to go climb, go to Bhutan and meditate and do that and he doesn't, or I know I want to go to India, I'm going to go, I'm going to, do that trip with some friends of mine. But I think that you do have to give each other room to explore independently and find things that you enjoy doing together. I think that has to start right from the beginning. I think that's one of the questions you need to ask someone before you get married. How do you feel about your spouse working? How do you feel about, how you're going to raise your kids? I think that should evolve as your children are growing and as you're getting to know each other better, as a couple. But I think it's important if a man marries a woman that he knows is very career oriented and has aspirations to raise children and have a career, that he owes it to his wife to help her, be her best self and fulfill her potential. I'd love you to share your tools and tips with me on how to sustain a long-term marriage, and we'll highlight them in the future lessons from Lois.